Good afternoon to one and all. This is Narendra, and I'm from EEE-A section. Today, as part of the GD activity, today our topic is "Do deadline kills creativity?" I agree with that point because sometimes the deadline kills the creativity. In sometimes deadline does not create kills the creativity. For example, if you take Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, while he's pursuing his aeronautical engineering in his institution, he had a project which should be completed by him personally, which was initiated by his professor. In that situation, the Kalam has exceeded his deadline, but he asked her professor to give some time. The Kalam had, but Dr. Kalamji has Dr. Kalamji had done the work in the deadline by doing some hard work, but that the project which was given by her professor, that was I mean that was done with some creativity by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So we cannot decide that the deadline kills the creativity. Otherwise, we cannot tell that the deadline does not kill the creativity. It based on the hard work or the creativity that we think and that we do.
Yes, Narendra, your view is good. But I think personally that deadline kills the creativity because there will be so much pressure that we have to create new ideas. So in that we like to complete the work as soon as possible, and we may not concentrate clearly and particular with the topics. So in my point of view, that I think that deadline will always destroy the creativity.
Yes, Bhavita, I agree with your point. But the deadline creates the creativity, and when the give the time, we have to create the new orders in the given time. Sometimes we have to, in that time, we have to tense and we have to make the so many mistakes to create the new project or something else. So we have to done on the time. We have to done within the time to create the new projects or something else.
Yes, Carla, I will agree with your point, and I want to add some more points with your explanation. Who is working on it within a rush to complete the work with small time, we can't create more ideas. What we have to, what we will think, and if we have more time, then we
Yes, Suma, I agree with your point. I want to tell the point is we have to create in something noise. We have to done our creativity in the project. That
Yes,
is
I agree, Narendra. Creativity needs some time. We have no time. We have to do anything else. That's why what we
So I think personally, deadline has both advantages and disadvantages. As Narendra said, there are so many advantages and there are so many success stories because of the deadlines. They created so many wonders. And personally, I think there will be a lot of pressure on it. Humans, so they may stress and they may it may help impact the mental health of the person. So I think the deadlines are not that much good for us to complete our work with a correct motive. So I think personally deadlines are not full of advantages and also disadvantages. But should be a limit to complete the work, or else we will become lazy and we may not complete our work in time. So I think it has the both advantages and disadvantages.
Yes, I'll agree with all of your inputs. But my input is that deadline is the best way to complete the work in time because the workers or employees or the students or a faculty or a teacher, the person who has the work, he or she should submit the work or the document in time because of their because of their pressure only they will complete their work in time and they submit before the deadline. So we have to think that there is so many advantages and so many disadvantages also in this deadline. So we should not decide by that. The person who takes this as positive, uh, he will think that he is think that it is advantage, and the person who takes negatively, it makes him think negative.
Yes, very Narendra, I agree with your point. But depends on the people. We have to agree with some decisions because some lazy people who are doing on the left and they will do mistakes, so many mistakes to creativity. And after, before before Indian, we have to submit and we have to create some more magicals in the projects.
Thank you.
చేయండి.
Good afternoon, one and all. Today, in the part of group discussion, we discuss about does the deadlines kills the creativity. Yes, in my opinion, deadlines kills the creativity. Deadlines are the end date given to employees to by employer or a client. It is it puts some extra pressure on the employee to complete the work on time, so the quality of the work can be reduced or decreased. Then the employee cannot work on his efficient because of the deadlines. Deadlines mainly put some extra pressure on the employee. So in my opinion, deadlines reduce or decrease the quality of the employee.
Yes, Naveen, what you said is right, but according to some people, the deadlines are give them encourage to create more easy way to complete the work as to before the deadline. To some people, the deadline make them pressure and panic to do complete the work on time. So both the cases, according to the person, the work will be done by creative, but not by the deadlines.
No, Naveen, I don't think that kills the no, the deadline kills the creativity, but the deadlines can motivate some people to be creativity. If there is no the deadline, the people are just like postponing the work, and they are just thinking about the idea, but they are not creative in that idea. So I think that if there is no deadline, initially after completing the idea also they may demotivate that if the work is not complete or the decision they taken is not correct, or it may failures. So I think that sometimes deadlines motivates to be also creative.
Yes, what you said is absolutely right. In what I actually said is it has its both advantages and disadvantages. Sometimes it is advantage to increase the productivity of the company, and the employee can extend his working skills. But sometimes, most of the times, it is the disadvantage because I already mentioned it puts some extra pressure on the employee, and he want to complete the work rather than the quality of the work. He ignore the quality of the work.
And one more advantage, the deadline will focus on the and interesting more ideas like any deadline.
Creative needs time. It is impossible to find out creative ideas and put on a screen. The constant reminder deadlines. It is difficult to think freely and new ideas. So some people feels like a kind of random deadline on the work.
Thanking you.